Alright, you too want to be successful on the carnivore diet, but for some reason you either can't get started on it or you just can't stay on it long enough. Well, let's fix it today. Welcome back to my channel. If you are starting your carnivore diet for the 10th time because it has to be perfect, it is all or nothing with you, or you say I just like to go cold turkey, but yet by the end of the week you are breaking your commitments, or you just say let me just reward myself with a little treat, and that goes on for the whole weekend, and then you are back to square one on Monday morning. It is time to change your strategy. So if going cold turkey keeps failing you, try a different approach. Start by going into the carnivore diet in phases. Little by little, week by week, start by removing different food groups. For example, nuts are probably the easiest one to give up. Then maybe week 2, give up tea. Week 3, grains. Week 4, leafy veggies. Week 5, root vegetables, so on and so forth, until you get where you need to be. And maybe for yourself you might have to go on with one food group for 2 weeks. However long it takes, ease yourself into carnivore diet. This method has also another advantage, because you will get to learn about which food group you are specifically sensitive. So when you get to the point of reintroducing some foods back to your diet, then you'll know what will be easier on your gut and what you have to stay away from permanently. If you are addicted to coffee and carbohydrates, worse yet, this is how you start your day for the last 20 years. Let's say coffee and bagels, coffee and donuts, coffee and croissant. It will be really hard to decouple from these two. So do it by drinking coffee and giving up on carbohydrates first. Now I know some people are pro coffee, some people are strongly against, some people will tell you that this coffee doesn't belong on the carnivore diet. We can argue about that some other time, but for the purposes of transitioning to carnivore diet successfully, stick with drinking coffee and give up on carbohydrates first. Now what happens when you stop eating carbohydrates? Your gut microbiome will change, and those microbes that used to feast on carbohydrates will put up the fight, so you will have all kind of cravings and mood swings, so that you continue providing the food that was keeping those microbes alive. So coffee in this situation may actually aid you in the battle of your gut microbiome that depends on you eating carbohydrates. So give up on carbohydrate first and continue drinking coffee until it time comes to. Some people's moods get elevated if they drink coffee. Not everybody, but there is a subset of people that they have their coffee and they just feel happy. If this is you and you are facing challenges going full-blown carnivore, stick with your coffee. Drink it for the next 3 months, but go with everything else full carnivore. And then after 3 months, see if you can first reduce the amount of coffee that you are drinking and then give it up completely. And while we are talking about coffee, while you are still drinking coffee, make sure it is as good quality as you can afford, preferably organic, preferably dark roast, and don't add any sweeteners, even if it's a monk fruit or stevia. The best way of drinking coffee, if you're going to drink it, is to the old-fashioned plain black coffee. So after many weeks of deliberations, you decided to bite the bullet and go on the carnivore diet and fix all your chronic problems. But 3 weeks from now, there will be a major life event. You will get married, or your best friend will get married. You will go on your dream cruise, or you will go on vacation, all inclusive. In other words, you will be surrounded by all kind of food and drinks. Don't start carnivore diet. Wait the 3 weeks, get through your cruise, the weddings, the parties, and then get committed to carnivore diet. Life will be a lot easier this way. And finally, if you find yourself saying, I just don't have that much willpower, don't say that again. It's not so much about willpower. What we commonly call willpower is really an effective strategy to deal with cravings and weak moments. For example, a lot of people think about willpower. You go to the fridge, you see ice cream and steak, and you will pick up steak and never look at ice cream again. And you do it day after day after day, and ice cream will be there. That's willpower. In theory, yes, but practically people that succeed on the carnivore diet will get rid of this ice cream before they start the carnivore diet. So when they go to the fridge, all they have to choose from is meat or more meat, and there's no ice cream. So when they hit a craving or really weak point, they go into the fridge, there's nothing to break your diet with. And how many of you can relate to this? Oh my gosh, this feels like going through hell. Yeah, most of us will experience that, but guess what? If you are going through hell, keep going. That's Winston Churchill. That is the fastest way of getting out of hell, if you just keep moving through it. Alright, so this will do it for this week's video. If you are challenged by the carnivore diet, don't give up. Keep trying, keep changing your strategy, get back in the saddle, persevere, because carnivore diet is a medication-free dietary intervention that can reverse some of the nastiest chronic diseases. Bye.